You have absolutely no idea how much a woman judges you by a single hug. You think it's just a greeting. You think it's a formality. A hello, a goodbye, a polite social contract. You are wrong. To a woman, a hug is a high-stakes data transfer. In the span of 3 seconds, one moment, one pull, one breath, one touch, she downloads everything she needs to know about who you are as a man. And here is the dark secret that 90% of men live and die without ever learning. A woman decides whether she can feel safe with you, whether she can trust you, whether she can desire you, and ultimately whether she craves you, based almost entirely on how your body communicates with hers in that singular embrace. Close-up of a man's hand, hesitating, then a cut to a man hugging with confidence. The woman's reaction changes from stiff to melting. Today, we aren't just talking about hugging. We are talking about non-verbal dominance and the psychology of safety. I am going to reveal the 4 simple, yet devastatingly effective psychological triggers women feel during a hug. These are triggers that bypass her logical brain and speak directly to her biological instincts. These triggers instantly make her want you more, even if she tries to hide it. And trust me, gentlemen, women always pretend it's just a hug. It never is. Think about it. Every hug is a conversation. It is a silent negotiation between 2 nervous systems. It is a test that happens beneath the surface of polite social interaction. She is reading your cortisol levels. She is reading your confidence. She is measuring your presence, your masculine energy, and your comfort with intimacy. Most men fail this test before they even make contact. They hug like they are handling a fragile piece of antique furniture, stiff, awkward, disconnected. Or worse, they hug with hidden desperation, too tight, too long in a creepy way, too needy. Both send the exact same message. I don't know what I'm doing, and I need something from you. But when you understand what a woman is truly feeling in that moment, it's when you know exactly which psychological buttons to press to make her feel safe and electrified at the same time. Everything changes. Let's begin the download. The anchor touch, the psychology of stability. Trigger number 1, the anchor touch. This is the maneuver that melts her defenses. Let's analyze the nice guy hug. How do most men hug? They treat it like a corporate handshake. Arms go around loosely. Pat, pat, release. It's safe. It's polite. It is utterly forgettable. It tells her, I am harmless and I have 0 passion. If you want her to feel something deeper, you must master the anchor touch. Here is the mechanics. When you pull her in, you place one hand, just one, firmly on her upper back, specifically the area right between her shoulder blades. Do not go lower to the waist. That can signal premature sexual aggression, which triggers alarm bells, not attraction. Do not be hesitant and hover your hand. That signals insecurity. You aim for the thoracic spine. Why here? This is the psychological center of security for women. Biologically and socially, this is where the body stores tension. It is where she carries the weight of her purse, her posture, and her day. It is the structural pillar of her body. When you place your hand there with firm, grounded pressure, not squeezing, but grounding, something primal happens in her nervous system. This spot sends a subconscious message directly to her brain. I have got you. You are stable. You are with a man who cannot be moved. Women melt into this touch without even realizing why. A man hugging weakly, the woman remains stiff. Right side, the anchor touch. Let's look at the evolutionary psychology here. For thousands of years, women have been hardwired to seek protection and stability. It is a survival mechanism. That specific spot on her back, when covered by a strong hand, triggers her sense of being sheltered. It is the tactile equivalent of a shield. It is the same instinct that makes a woman feel safer walking on the inside of the sidewalk while you walk near the street. It's the same reason she sleeps deeper when she is the little spoon. She is protected from the back. Your firm hand on her upper back taps into that deep ancient programming. And the beauty of the anchor touch is its subtlety. She doesn't consciously think, he is touching my thoracic spine, therefore I trust him. No, she thinks, wow, he feels solid. I feel small in his arms in a good way. I feel safe. Safety is the precursor to surrender. A woman cannot feel desire for you if she does not feel safe with you first. If your hand is weak, she feels she has to hold you up. If your hand is firm, she knows she can let go. Never underestimate the power of a confident, well-placed hand. But a hand is just a tool. It means nothing without the element of time. Which leads us to the second trigger, the time distortion, the extra half-second trigger. Number 2, hold her for exactly half a second longer than expected. This is where the game is played. This is the moment she feels your intention. We live in a fast-paced, transactional society. We bump fists, we nod, we do the quick A-frame hug where only our shoulders touch and our hips stay a mile apart because we are terrified of intimacy. It's mechanical, it's emotionless, but you are going to break the social script. Think about the rhythm of a standard social hug. Embrace. 1, 2, release. It's automatic. To trigger attraction, you must disrupt this rhythm. You hold her for that standard duration, and then you stay there. Just for half a second, a micro moment. This is not about trapping her. This is not the creepy uncle hug where you refuse to let go while she struggles. This is a masterful pause. In that extra half second, a massive psychological shift occurs. First, her brain notices the deviation. Oh, he's still holding me. Second, she questions the intent. Does he like this? Is he enjoying me? Third, and most importantly, she feels a warm flush of curiosity. This technique works because it communicates one specific trait that women crave above all else: unapologetic desire. Most men release a hug too early. Why? Because they are nervous. They are in their heads thinking, don't be weird, don't be weird. Let go before she thinks you're weird. They hug like they are defusing a bomb. Get in, get out, survive. That nervousness, she feels it. It vibrates through your body. And it kills attraction instantly because it shows you are uncomfortable with your own desire. When you hold her with confidence for that extra half second, you are silently broadcasting, I am a man who knows what he wants. I am not ashamed of wanting to be close to you. I am comfortable in this space. You are holding space. You are creating a bubble where the rest of the world disappears. However, there is a fine line. If you hold too long, it becomes needy. If you release too soon, it's indifferent. The half second is the sweet spot. It is the psychological pause that creates emotional imprinting. It makes her body remember the sensation of you long after you have walked away. She will go home and replay that moment. She will wonder why that hug felt different than the hug she gave her male friend, or her coworker, or her ex. She will realize that for a brief moment, time stopped. But what are you doing during that time? If you're holding your breath, you ruin everything. Part 3. The slow exhale, the nervous system hack. Trigger number 3, the slow exhale. This is the hidden dominance cue that women are addicted to. As you have her in the anchor touch, and as you hold her for that extra half second, you must do this. Take a slow, calm breath out. Deep, relaxed, controlled. This is not a sigh of boredom. It is a release of tension. Here is the science of attraction that nobody teaches you. Women are empathy receptors. They pick up on masculine stability like a radar. They can sense when you are tense. They can sense when you are holding your breath because you are nervous. They can feel the cortisol spiking in your blood. If you are tense, she becomes tense. Her fight or flight mechanism activates. She puts her guard up. But if you breathe slowly and deeply, if your chest rises and falls in a steady oceanic rhythm, you trigger a phenomenon known as co-regulation. Your slow exhale triggers her parasympathetic nervous system. Because you are calm, her body physically relaxes to match your energy. She feels safe, she feels held, she feels grounded. Think about how women describe the men they are obsessed with. They rarely say, he has the best logic. No, they say things like, he just has this calming presence. I feel so peaceful around him. He makes me feel like everything is going to be okay. That feeling doesn't come from your words. You cannot talk a woman into feeling safe. It comes from your biology, communicating with hers. It comes from embodied masculine presence. Your slow exhale tells her subconscious, this man is not reactive. He is not desperate. He is not performing. He is the rock in the storm. When you exhale, you are literally dropping your center of gravity. You become heavier, more solid. Here is the secret equation. Relaxation equals trust. Trust equals connection. Connection equals desire. If a woman cannot relax in your arms, she will never sleep with you. Period. The slow exhale is the key to unlocking that door. But once you have her relaxed, once you have her safe, it is time to light the spark. This is the knockout punch. This is the one women never confess to, but always crave. This is the difference between a friend hug and a lover hug. As you are about to release, not before, but during the transition, you gently turn your head so your cheek brushes against hers. Just slightly. Warning, this must be calibrated. It is not aggressive. You are not trying to kiss her neck. You are not rubbing your face on her. It is a ghost of a touch, a subtle graze. Why does this work? The face is a zone of high vulnerability and high intimacy. We let strangers shake our hands. We let friends hug our bodies. But we only let potential mates near our face. By entering this zone, you are crossing a threshold. Her brain interprets this proximity as intimacy. It activates the psychological trigger of possibility. When your cheek grazes hers, she feels the texture of your skin. She smells your scent, which, by the way, better be good. She feels the heat radiating from your neck. For a split second, her brain asks, "Is he going to kiss me?" Even if you don't, and you shouldn't, not yet. That question is powerful. You have planted a seed. You have introduced the idea of the kiss without the pressure of the kiss. The cheek graze is subtle seduction. It leaves a lingering sensation. She will replay that tiny moment. Did he mean to do that? Was it an accident? Why did it feel so good? It makes her imagine what your lips feel like. And once a woman imagines kissing you, she cannot unthink it. The image is there. You are no longer just a friend. You are a candidate for intimacy. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot to remember. It isn't. It is a flow. It is a dance. Let's walk through the full sequence, step by step, so you can visualize exactly how to execute this psychological cocktail of safety and desire. A man and woman standing by a car or a door, they are saying goodbye. Do not ask for permission with your eyes. Do not hesitate. Initiate the hug with calm purpose. Open your arms, inviting her in. This shows leadership. As you pull her in, your dominant hand lands firmly between her shoulder blades. Solid, grounded, you have caught her. The other hand rests naturally on her lower back or side, but the power is in the upper back. As your bodies make contact, you do not freeze. You take that deep, slow breath out. You relax your shoulders. You feel her body respond to your relaxation. She softens. The social timer goes off in your head. Ding, time to let go, but you ignore it. You stay for one heartbeat longer. You embrace the silence. You let the tension build. As you begin to pull away, you don't jerk back. You separate slowly. Your head turns slightly. Your cheek brushes hers. A feather-like contact of skin on skin. You step back. You make eye contact. You smile, a real grounded smile, not a nervous grin. When you do this correctly, something magical happens. She steps back from the hug, feeling different. She feels warmer. She feels more aware of her own body. She feels a magnetic pull toward you. She realizes that you are not like other men. You are not awkward. You are not scared of her. You are not performing. You are grounded. You are present. You are dangerous in the best possible way. Gentlemen, most men go their entire lives never understanding how women think. They miss the signals. They misread the cues. They treat physical touch as a way to get something, rather than a way to give an experience. When you hug with this level of intention, you aren't just saying hello. You are communicating that you are a man of value, a man of safety, a man she can trust with her heart and her body. Don't treat this as a manipulation. Treat it as a standard. Raise the standard of how you interact with the world. Be the man who offers stability in a chaotic world. If you enjoyed this breakdown of female psychology and masculine body language, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Turn on notifications because in the next video, I'm going to reveal the 3 things a woman looks at the moment you walk into a room before you even say a word. You are learning. You are becoming. I'll see you in the next one. Expanded psychological breakdown for content depth and community guidelines. Note, in a 25,000 character script context, this section would be woven into the video as deep dive segments between the steps to ensure the content is educational and responsible. On consent and calibration, it is crucial, absolutely crucial, to understand that these techniques require social intelligence. If you go for the anchor touch and she stiffens or pulls away, you must calibrate immediately. A high-value man respects boundaries effortlessly. If she pulls back, you let go. The extra half second only works if there is mutual rapport. If you do this to a stranger or a woman who has shown zero interest, it is not alpha, it is socially unaware. Women feel safe with men who can read the room. On the hover hand versus the groper. We discussed the anchor touch, but let's talk about the extremes. The hover hand, where you hug without really touching, signals to a woman that you are terrified of her or yourself. It screams lack of confidence. On the other side, the groper, the guy who squeezes too hard or slides his hands too low too fast, signals a lack of self-control. The anchor touch works because it is the golden mean. It is strong but controlled. It is intimate but respectful. On the biology of oxytocin, why does the hug matter so much? When humans embrace for longer than 6 seconds, or in our case that extra half-second pause, the brain begins to release oxytocin. This is the bonding hormone. It lowers blood pressure and reduces cortisol. By mastering the hug, you are literally hacking her biochemistry to associate your presence with her physical well-being. You become a dopamine trigger. On masculine frame, you hear this term a lot. In the context of a hug, frame means you are the structure. Think of a building. You are the steel beams. She is the art on the walls. If the beams shake, the art falls. When you hug with the anchor touch and the slow exhale, you are demonstrating that your frame is solid. You are not looking to her for reassurance. You are providing it. This is the essence of polarity.